What we are going to do here is look at how the anomaly detection agent works and how to set it up. This agent is a deep learning R script-based implementation of the anomaly detection model. I have already set up and configured a CSV listener agent that will read the data we want to train from a CSV file. Now, to add the anomaly detection agent, go to the toolbox and search for anomaly detection. You will find it under AI and machine learning. Click on the agent and drag it to the canvas. Connect the output endpoint of the CSV agent to the input endpoint of the anomaly detection agent. Note that a default name has been given to this agent. To rename this agent, click on the white space and start typing. Click somewhere else on the canvas and click Save. To configure this agent, click on it and click on Configure. First, make sure you're using the correct collection. If you want to change this, select another collection from the drop-down. There are two anomalies that this agent can be trained to detect. The first being when the trend reverses direction, like we can see in the first example. The downward trend, or the second half, would be reported, which is the last 4 digits. The specific data point which will be reported depends on certain settings that you're going to set. The second anomaly that can be detected are sudden spikes or dips in the data. For example, if we look at the second example, we can see that the first 8 and the last 2 would be considered as spikes of opposing value. In the training section, select the learning algorithm that you'd like to use. Please note that IID stands for Independent Identically Distributed and SSA stands for Singular Spectrum Analysis. IID and SSA are the names of the algorithms that can be applied to the anomalies mentioned earlier. Then upload your training file. If the has header checkbox is selected, the first row in this file will be used to determine the number and names of the fields. If this is unselected, the fields in the file will be automatically generated names. Then select your separator character. There's 3 options available: comma, semicolon, and tab. This is the character that separates the fields in the file. Please double check the file to make sure that this is correct, otherwise difficult to track errors might be caused. The next value you need to provide is the input field. This is the name of the field in the training file that contains the initial training values that needs to be provided to the agent. The values in this field needs to have a data type of double. Then select your input map. This is the field in the data stream that will be checked for anomalous readings. This field also needs to contain values that have a data type of double. Advanced options will change based on the selected algorithm. I'm just going to change the learning algorithm to a spike algorithm. If we look in the advanced options, sensitivity influences how responsive the algorithm is to changes in the mapped value. Each stream object will likely need to be tuned individually according to the user's need. P-value history only appears for spike algorithms. After a spike is reported, the algorithm will allow this number of records to pass without reporting another anomaly. To give time for the value to settle, for instance, if the p-value length is set to 5 and a spike is detected that lasts for 3 data points before snapping back to normal, only the initial spike will be reported. However, if the p-value is set to 3, the second spike downwards would also be considered anomalous. Spike direction can also be set, which will make the agent look for sudden changes in the given direction. I'm going to change this to change point. Let's look at the advanced options again. As you can see, the options have changed. The change history only appears for change point algorithms and influences the length required for an emerging trend before the change will be reported. If you want repeatable results, insert an integer into the deterministic seed, otherwise a random seed will be chosen every time the agent starts. Click on Apply, click Save. To run your stream, click on Publish. To view the live data, click on Live View. Select your anomaly detection agent and click Save. Give it a second for the data to start coming through. You can expand the page by clicking on Maximize. The agent will output once for every event, passing through the original event plus some new fields. Alert, which is this column here, is a double but only shows 1 or 0, describing if the reading is considered anomalous or not. Score, which is the column here, is the algorithm's initial score for the record. P-value, which is the field here, and martingale, which is the column here, have to do with the internal calculations determining if an alert is anomalous or not and can usually be ignored.